Hey, this is Dana Reed, and my new song, Better Than Blue, is now available everywhere. This is On The Porch with Front Porch Music.
Welcome back to another episode of On The Porch with Front Porch Music. This is Logan, and I'm tired. We just had a weekend away at Boots and Hearts Music Festival, which is in Oro-Medonte, just north of Toronto. We were at Boots and Hearts, like I said. This year, it was a mixed bag of weather, which it always is. We had a couple of storms and some of the hottest days of the year at this year's festival. But you know what? That's all part of the experience of being at a festival, am I right? I don't think I've ever sweat so much in my life. But it was so much fun. This year, we had performances from Bailey Zimmerman, Cameron Whitcomb, Hardy, Sam Hunt, the band Perry, and so many more. And as with every year at Boots and Hearts, they hosted the Emerging Artist Showcase, which is one of the most unique and exciting parts of the festival. Lily and I were able to catch up with a number of the artists who were part of the showcase, including the winners, a band from Ottawa called Schoolhouse. We also caught up with some of our Canadian friends who were playing at the festival. We spoke with Tyler Joe Miller, Zach McPhee, Kelsey Main, Jesse T, Haley Benedict, Owen Riegling, the winner of last year's Emerging Artist Showcase, Sarah Vanderzon, all the emerging artists for this year. We had Jade Hilton, Annika Katharina, Amanda Couture, Lake Porter, Sean Michael Ryan, and the winning band for this year's showcase, Schoolhouse. It's an episode filled with a lot of fun, a lot of different voices, and just remember, we were at a live show, so there's a lot of music playing in the background. Some of the interviews, you can hear them, but you're going to hear some music in the background too. Hope that's okay. Please forgive us. We were working with what we had. So enjoy this episode of On The Porch with Front Porch Music at Boots and Hearts. Let's kick things off with the winner of last year's Emerging Artist Showcase, Sarah Vanderzon.
Mind if I clip this on you?
No, go for it.
Oh my gosh, that necklace is so cute.
Thank you.
Is that your dog?
Yeah, without it, I feel naked.
Is it a corgi?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love corgis.
Yeah, I found my people, them too, they're like obsessed with corgis.
I think everyone's obsessed with corgis.
No, everyone's like, why would you get a corgi? I'm like, because he looks funny. And like, you based your dog decision on he looks funny. I'm like, yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Right?
That was my decision too. I have a really big, Newfie dog. People are like, why do you want a dog that big? Because he's weird looking. A year ago, this weekend, you won the Boots and Hearts Emerging Artist Showcase.
Yeah,
Can you take me back to that? What was that like?
Nerve-wracking. Mm-hmm. I signed up to the Emerging Artist Showcase, I think on the last day. I had no idea what it was. From Quebec, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know you could sign up for it. And I was working at a cafeteria job. And I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to play shows. And I looked it up and I went, oh, that looks like fun. Am I country enough? I don't know. I'm going to sign up.
Okay.
And then when I got accepted, that's when I got nervous. I was like, oh my God, okay, I actually did the thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm actually going to go and sing song. Okay. Oh, I got my band. Cool. And when we were on the stage, it was so cool. It was I'm just remembering it. Mm-hmm. And I remember just being like, okay, guys, we're here, let's just have a good time. And my drummer, he high-fives me. He's like, no, we're winning it. And I was like, okay, man, let's just, I love
someone like that.
Yeah, I love the spirit. And then lo and behold, he was right. He was, and I was like, geez, that confidence boost, that's what we needed. And I was surprised. I tried out for so many different things and it never worked. So when my name was called up, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's got to be a mistake.
Okay, we'll go to the second part. We'll do the main stage thing, and then you're like, oh my gosh, wait.
Yeah, literally.
We won.
I couldn't believe it. That was wild, and definitely gonna remember that forever.
How have you changed as an artist since then? I know you got signed.
I did. I did get signed to a label.
I don't really know what all the fancy music terms mean, but I think that's a good thing.
Oh, me either. I'm just like, what? Because of the showcase, I met Amanda, and then she signed me to Universal, which was kind of crazy because, again, I was like, wait, a record label wants me? What is going on? So, and I got management too, which has been, oh my God, just a weight off my shoulder with everything. So they've been great, are alive. And as an artist, because I have these people helping me out, I'm able to really focus on writing, focus on the socials, And
which you're really good at.
Thank you. I feel like I've stepped up since the showcase because I was like, okay, like people are going to start noticing me. I can't have people forget me, so I just post things here and there. And, you know, I think it also just gave me that drive to write a lot of music. So I think between, oh my God, Boots and Hearts and like spring, I was in my little music room. It's probably like this size, I'm not even kidding. And I just sit there writing and my dog's right there. He's my co-writer, yeah. So I gotta give him some percentages, but that's fine. But yeah, and I write, and like sometimes I'd be like, okay, I'm feeling uninspired, so I'd like grab a book and just pick 5 random words and write a song with that. So I feel like my creativity is just leveling up, and I'm just able to focus more on what's important, which is the music. So
yeah,
that's I think what's changed.
Yeah, something else that's changed is you're a mom.
I'm a mom.
How has that been? Has that changed your approach to songwriting or your approach to music in general?
For songwriting, I actually, with the baby, I haven't had that much time to write, also because it's summer, and in the summer that's not usually like my songwriting period, I would say. But being a mom has, oh my gosh, taught me a lot of patience. Let me tell you, the first day he came home, I was terrified, petrified, like, what are we doing with the baby in our house? Who let us come home from the hospital with this newborn? And he's almost 7 weeks old, and he's just been so easy and, like, just
not
a light.
That old.
No, he's here. He's here.
He's at Boots and Hearts.
Yeah, with his other mom.
Might be the youngest baby to ever be at Boots and Hearts.
Stop. I mean, we should give him his award. Yeah, no, he's been great. And, you know, my wife has also been very supportive because the timing of the baby was pretty much when everything was going to be released. So like, well, you know, in the same month. Yeah. So it was a lot. And I was like, are we sure we're ready to have a baby? And she's great. She's so positive and supportive. She's like, we're so ready to have a baby. She's like, you know, my schedule's flexible, you're flexible, and she's right. Everything's been so smooth, and he's great. He's a joy. I love him so much. And
I love that.
He's wonderful.
Let's talk about your song that's coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. Are You With Me? Talk to us about it.
The song, again, I have to thank my wife, because one day I came home and I was just feeling inspired about all these shows that I was doing last year, actually. And I wanted to write a song, kind of like I wanted to write a crowd pleaser, but while I was writing it, I saw that I was writing like an open letter to Cindy. And it was just like, hey, like this is my career. Right now we're living like a really great high. Everything's going great, but there are going to be lows. And we've been through those lows together. And they were hard, but she's been there. She stuck around. So like I'm very grateful for that. So this song is just kind of like, hey, are you with me? Yeah. And then, you know, we played it at a few shows and people were like, this is like a radio hit. This is such a hook. And it's like, oh, okay.
It is. It's great. It's so much fun. I listened to it last night, I think. And this is also the first taste of your debut EP.
Yep.
Are you excited for that?
I'm very excited about that. That comes out October 17th.
Okay.
Fortune Teller. Yep. That's the title of the EP. And it's an EP full of lighthearted songs. There's, you know, a ballad that's pretty deep for when you're driving home from somewhere. I like having a story throughout the whole EP, and it's just about finding your person and, you know, going through it, and then you finally find that person. You're like, okay, like I'm committed. Like this is, I don't need anybody to tell me. I don't need to read the signs. I don't need, you know, different people telling me yes, no. I don't need a fortune teller to, you know, tell me.
Here we are with one of the emerging artists, Annika Katharina.
My name is Annika Katharina. I'm from Desroches, BC, which is an hour east of Vancouver.
Okay. And how did you get into music?
Music? Well, we've always grown up in a very theatrical, performance-y family. Like, we loved putting on skits for everyone. And eventually those skits turned into singing along with them. And then I discovered Patsy Cline, and I was like, this woman's voice is amazing. And I kind of did everything I could to get on a stage, from talent shows to musical theater to even being in gig bands. And yeah, now we're here.
Were you very extroverted as a child, if you were always on stage and doing those types of things?
Oh, definitely not. I was very shy, introverted, and I remember my grade 1 teacher emailed my mom and thought maybe, you know, is Annika okay? Like very quiet. I just kind of kept to myself. Pretty anxious child too.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
You wouldn't expect that if you were always into music and being in front of people, but I guess that happens.
That's why I feel like my true self on stage, because I do feel confident and I do love being wild on stage, but day to day, that's definitely
No, that's actually surprising to hear because your set yesterday at the Emerging Artist Showcase, you're running around and you're dancing and you're really into it and it's so much fun to watch. So I would have never guessed that you're introverted.
I know. Well, I guess I'm like introverted, extroverted. Like I would be really quiet in the back, but if someone came up to talk to me, then I probably won't be able to stop talking.
Fair
but like
enough.
that initial putting myself out there, very shy, but yeah, on stage is like where I'm having the most fun, and
I love it.
I just love being up there.
Going into the Emerging Artist Showcase, was there a specific song of yours that you really wanted to sing?
I definitely wanted to sing my brand new one. Undercovers is like tapping into more of my edgy rock style and vibe. Like I grew up on rock music and I love rock music, and I've always wanted to like have a song that kind of was edging that way.
Yeah.
So I want to do more songs like that.
Well, thanks for talking to me
Thank you,
today,
Lily.
and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend here at Boots.
Yeah, I'm excited for the music.
Here's our chat with Kingston band Lake Porter, part of the Emerging Artist Showcase. Congratulations on being part of the Emerging Artist Showcase. What was that moment like when you got the email of like, hey, you've been selected as one of the semifinalists?
That was me, and I cried in my workplace. My coworkers, I couldn't speak for a full minute. They're like, what happened? They thought someone died, and I go, we made it to Boots and Hearts. And I called these two immediately, and I just said, we're going! MFers, let's go!
Yeah, Martina Taryn FaceTimed me. And I was shocked.
Tears, yeah.
Yeah, just surreal, excitement.
I don't think Taryn said anything.
No, I had no words.
Are you usually the the speechless type?
I am selective about when I speak. I'm usually quiet. These two do a lot of the, band yapping, but pre-show I turn it on a little and try to hit them with a motivational speech, and sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't.
So we're here right before you're about to get on stage for the competition. What's your strategy here?
What competition? Honestly, we've just been working really hard, and there's tons of other great artists on the bill, so we're just going to do our best and worry about ourselves.
Yeah, we got a more robust band with the show. That's kind of the musical strategy. The songs are sounding bigger, brighter, better, in my opinion, so I'm excited to show people the full band.
What makes a Lake Porter show?
A lot of body rolls from Martina. That's typical of a Lake Porter show. I think just energy, when we're having fun is when we play the best, and so that I would say that sums up what our goal is for today as well.
Lots of boot stomping, lots of smiles between us three. We love each other, and when we're on stage, it's really nice and it's special, so we're just going to do what we always do, see what happens.
For a lot of people, this is our first introduction. How'd you all meet?
Oh, that's a good one. My partner knew that Johnny and I were casually writing, and they needed a first of three band for a hometown show for us in Kingston. And he goes, do you think Johnny and you could do something? And I'm like, yeah, maybe, but I'll ask Taryn too. So I kind of double crossed them and asked them both to play with me. And they both said yes. And I'm like,
just keeping your options open.
Yeah, I literally was. I was playing the field. And Taryn suggested, she's like, well, why don't we do something together and I'll play the fiddle. And that is exactly, the first time we played was a random first of three at a really cool venue in Kingston called the Broom Factory, and then I never let them go.
Coming up next, we have Jessie T. Congrats on your set.
Thank you.
It was great.
It was a whirlwind. I feel like I kind of blacked out, to be honest.
From the heat or from just the emotional experience?
Little A, little B. No, it seems to be a consistent situation just from talking to people that have played this lot before. But it's there's so much work and so much energy and so much anxiety that goes into these moments. It's you just want to do well. And then you get up there and before you know it, half an hour's gone.
Yeah.
But I was just so excited to play with my band. So that was kind of what my main focus was today, and we had so much fun. So
have you been to Boots and Hearts before?
the first year, it was
in Mossport?
in Bowmanville.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll try and tell a short story, which I'm horrible at.
That's what editing's for.
Great. Okay.
Keep along.
So me and my friends, I'm from Kingston originally.
I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. So I'm from Kingston originally.
All my family's from Kingston.
What?
Yeah. Well, Napanee, but same thing.
Same thing.
Not really, but
Great fish and chips place in Napanee.
Napanee fish and chips.
Absolutely.
So good.
So good. Also Flying J,
Classic.
kind of slaps.
Yeah.
To be honest.
What, it used to be the Denny's there? I don't know
We
if it's
went to
still
the Denny's because
yeah.
it was a 24-hour Denny's.
Yeah.
So we used to get the bacon sundaes and stuff like that. When that was on, there was a guy I dated in Napanee however long ago. Oh my God, throwback.
Probably a cousin.
I mean, yeah, exactly, could be.
Where were we here?
Right. Boots and Hearts.
Yeah.
There was a group of my friends that we decided we're going to do a festival year, like Little Girls Weekend. There was a place in Ottawa that was hosting a festival, and at that point, just to show my age, it was like Taylor Swift, Brad Paisley, Reba McEntire.
Capital City Hoedown. I remember all of it.
Of course you do. Okay, so that's the festival that we were going to go to, and then it got canceled. And so they gave you two options. You could either get your money back, or you could go to this other festival.
This brand new little festival that no one's heard of yet.
Brand new little festival. So we're like, well, we already have the days off, so we might as well go. So there was 5 of us girls. We arguably packed more food than we could consume. Went and got our campsite, conveniently beside 6 guys that arguably brought more booze than they could consume. And so this beautiful little friendship was created for the weekend, and that was the first ever Boots and Hearts. So we were there, and it was like front row for Tim McGraw, and I think Carrie Underwood was there. I saw Big and Rich, which
God, I forgot all these people played.
Yeah, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy's like my song.
Gotcha.
Alabama, Kid Rock, Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was where I originally got introduced to Boots and Hearts. So to be back here, one of my friends who's here helping me with social media was actually one of the girls that I was there with that weekend. Really full circle. When I got
So what's the difference between the fan experience versus coming to play at, other than less crowds when you're back?
Yeah, fair enough. You know, I was gonna say my first instinct was to say not much. Like,
that's a good thing.
There's so much thoughtfulness that goes into this festival. Like, as an artist, it's like when you get here, people are there to greet you right away. It's like, here's your campsite, there's food, there's showers, there's live music, there's a bunch of fun stuff to do in between. And then as an artist, it's like you get here, you get greeted, it's like, here's your food, here's your fun experiences. It's just a really cool experience. Getting the email to play Boots and Hearts was like a lot of what kind of gave me that push, a bit of the door cracking open to like actually start moving forward on these things that I had been considering for a long time. It hasn't been officially announced, so I guess this is like a soft launch. We went into Catherine North and recorded 5 tunes in April. So there will be an EP coming out next spring that we're going to be releasing kind of a song every few months, and then part of the next year and a bit. And I would love to make vinyl to release before summer of next year. So I just released a single called I'm Fine. This was the first song off of this project. And it's this beautiful blend of like these 2000s meets kind of folk rock, which is so me. I wrote the song completely on my own, and it was a little bit about my experience of just kind of navigating some mental health stuff during the pandemic, and how it was easier to say that I was fine than to actually admit where I was at. And I never really thought that I would have the balls to like release it, but when I started playing it at Writers' Rounds, which is usually where I soft launch music, there was a few people that had really important reactions to it, and I was like, this does need to go out in the world.
Let's head back to the Front Porch stage and catch up with Amanda Couture, part of the Emerging Artist Showcase.
My name is Amanda Couture, and I'm from Medicine Hat, Alberta, which is like 3 hours from Calgary.
Okay, Alberta. So you're far from home then.
I am, yeah, real far.
How did you get into music?
The cliche answer, I've just always had a dream to be a singer, and I think it's just happened for me. I just started taking singing lessons when I was 10, and then as I grew older, I started writing. I've always really liked country music, and yeah, just little steps forward, and I started taking it more seriously probably like 3 years ago, and started releasing music and learning more about that world. Yeah,
what was the last song that you released about it?
Yeah, it was called Tequila Sunrise. So I wrote it with 2 like seriously insane writers from Nashville. So it was over Zoom. I do lots of Zoom writing. But yeah.
Is that fun?
Yeah, it's like a lot more difficult, but I think over COVID that was kind of the only way people could write.
That's true.
So now a lot of people are willing to do Zoom writes with you, which is nice for me because I have a baby who's 14 months.
Aww.
So it's kind of hard to get away to Nashville for like longer stretches of time to write. So it's nice when people Zoom with me.
Yeah. How does being a mom impact your approach to like songwriting and music as a whole? Does it change what you want to write about or what you want to talk about?
Yes and no. I think I almost expected it to change it more, but it's just like my baby is just like an addition of me. I feel like she's made me like a bit softer and a bit like stronger in a lot of ways. And like I stand up for myself better, because it's like when you become a mom, you have to stand up for your kid and like advocate so much. that I feel I'm like a better version of myself. But writing, I don't think so.
Just write about what you want to write about.
Yeah, and like just because you have a baby doesn't mean you have to slow down on anything if you don't want to.
No,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I would love to write about being a mom, but it's such an emotional topic. Every time I like start writing about it, it's like, oh.
No, you might go on stage and be like, just kidding, I don't want to sing this right now.
Yeah, and I get why all the big artists like Luke Combs, like they write songs about their kids and it means so much to them. I can see that. It's hard to find the words though.
What was your strategy coming into the Emerging Artist Showcase at Boots and Heart?
So I had a single called Red Lights that came out in mid-March, and I knew that it was like a pretty strong song and it showcased my voice pretty well. It is still surreal that I got into this competition.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm like, yeah, you're good enough. Like you've worked really hard, but still it's like...
There's a lot of people that apply.
Totally. Yeah, so it's like just worth celebrating that you even got this far, you know?
Yeah, and you looked like you had a lot of fun.
It was so fun. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched from the back, but I was editing on my phone. I did see, and your outfit was so cute.
Thank
you. Just,
you.
You looked like you were having fun. I feel like that's what matters the most.
Yes, and that is what matters the most. As a performer, it's like, it's just such a fun place to be, and you have to remember your why, like why you're here and why you love it, and that little girl, Amanda, who dreamed of doing things like this, and it's actually happening.
We caught up with our bud Haley Benedict backstage right in the thick of things. We're here with Haley Benedict here at Boots and Hearts.
Hello.
Welcome. You're fresh off the stage.
I am, yes.
How'd the show go?
It was so much fun. This is my very first time ever at Boots, so I wasn't sure what to expect. I know like so much like great talk has been about it over the years, but to like actually be here and be on that stage was extra special. So it was so much fun. I'm just enjoying it. Finally cooling down now, so that's good.
You were on the main stage.
I was, yeah.
Which is right in the middle of the sun.
Yes, got all the sunshine today.
What's the strategy going onto a stage like that when it's this hot?
Yeah, it definitely is something I've kind of had to learn over the few years. I usually prep with electrolytes, get a lot of electrolytes in me. I have some fans on stage just to get some air.
Like Beyonce,
I got my puffer. Yes, yeah. That's always the worst case scenario. It looks like you're having a Beyonce moment, which is never a bad thing. And then
if that's your worst case scenario.
Then that sounds great actually. And then I usually just water and my puffer so I can breathe. Yeah.
Fair. Well, congrats on the CCMA nomination.
You guys too.
Stop.
Yes.
That's the only reason why I brought it up.
Who doesn't love to talk about it?
I know.
Yeah.
But congrats, Female Artist of the Year.
Thank you. Yeah.
What was that moment when you got the notification that you were nominated?
So wild. I mean, I've been going to the CCMA since I was 14, so almost 9 years now. And some of those artists that are in that category, those badass females, like I have gone to CCMAs looking up to them, and now getting to be in a category with them is really just a pinch me moment. And they all work so hard, so I'm just so grateful just to be mentioned among so many great, talented female artists that are just killing it. And I'm just, it's not going to soak in, I think, for a little while.
Are you stressed about what you're going to wear? Because I know I am.
Always. I mean, I'm trying to get on it a little bit early this year, but usually I find it always comes together, I guess, but eventually. So
I'm hoping so, because Jenna was like, I think we need to, really focus on what we're going to wear this year.
Yeah.
Great. You're on it.
You're on wardrobe. Jenna's on wardrobe.
Jenna, here's my credit card.
I love that.
Tell me what to wear.
Wait, that's kind of fun, though.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a surprise.
I should probably give her a budget, though.
Yeah. But she comes on with $2,000 suits. And
that can't happen.
Yeah.
Your latest song, Carl Dean, is out now.
Yes.
Tell me all about it. I haven't seen you since.
Yeah, so I have always been a huge Dolly Parton fan, like many people, but what people may not know is she had a relationship, marriage to this man named Carl Dean for 60 years. And unlike Dolly, Carl wanted nothing to do with the spotlight. And I thought the relationship was so beautiful because it wasn't secret, but it was sacred. And sometimes, the most beautiful things don't need to be in the spotlight for them to still be beautiful. And I just thought that was such, especially right now in today's world where we're posting and Instagramming and TikToking everything every 2 seconds. It's also a good reminder that some things are okay to keep for yourself and to enjoy in the moment and have the people around you that ground you, and it doesn't necessarily need to be out into the world for it to mean something. So it's a tribute to them and to every quiet love story.
So I have a quick little festival themed rapid fire segment here.
Okay.
So I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Your go-to festival treat.
Treat? Ice cream? Especially when it's hot,
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Your festival drink of choice.
drink? Oh my gosh, Coca-Cola.
A nice crisp
Just
Coke.
a crisp Coke.
Yeah.
It's just good, you know?
All right, how do you feel about being right at the stage or being a little further back?
I like to be right at the stage. Well, especially if it's an artist I love, like, bring me to the front. Unless it's like I'm gonna be like squished to death, then I'll go further back. But if it's somebody I really love, I will go to the front.
Would
Yeah.
you camp out all day to stay there?
Depending on who it is, like if it was Taylor Swift, yes, I would.
Camping at the festival or going home to your own bed every night?
You know, there's something really nice about both. Camping, I think it's like you fully get the experience, and I think it's fun to do once. But I love a shower. I love my own bed, so like I'm gonna say my own bed.
Fair.
But like the camping is something I feel like you have to experience like once.
Coming up next, we have one of our favorite humans in the world, Zach McPhee.
Yeah,
You just came off stage. How was your show?
it was great. It was fun. It was a great opportunity for new music. I got a new single coming out, Feel Free, September 5th. So I was really excited to be able to share that with the crowd here.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was so cool to see fans singing back a lot of the songs too. And no, it was a great experience. And like I said on stage too, I really wanted it to be a goal to be here this year and be able to play. So super happy.
A lot of people made it in,
was
which
great.
they must have ran in there.
They did,
really
yeah.
wanted to go.
It was great.
You got told that smoke is gold, which is not surprising because every time I turn on the radio, it's on there.
I knew we were close a few months ago. I didn't really know how close, and I'm not a big math guy, so I was kind of just hoping at some point, whether it was, this summer or obviously like into the fall, that we would get there. But I mean, very, very grateful. Obviously, that song has changed my life for the better, and just a huge shout out to everybody at radio who has supported it, all the DSPs for like their support throughout the whole journey. And I'm very, very excited. It's a great song. I love performing it. So super happy.
You wrote that song all by yourself, right?
I did, yeah. That song came together pretty quickly. I'd had the melody kind of structure for the song done for probably about 2 weeks, and then one day it just clicked. I think I found the lyrics, and it was about an hour and a half the song went start to finish. So yeah, it was one of those moments where just everything kind of connected, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah, this is not the first time you've been a part of Boots this week. You were part of the Barn Burner charity game a couple of days ago. What was that like? That seemed busy for you.
It was great, yeah, and having a hockey background, just the importance of like charity and giving back to the community, which Boots and Hearts and everybody involved has done. So when they asked me to be a part of it and sing the anthem and play a few songs, it was obviously, for me, no-brainer.
Is the national anthem kind of scary?
Very scary. I would say it's the scariest song to sing because everybody knows the words and they're going to know if you slip up on a word. So practice that a few times this week for sure.
Can you talk a little bit about how you got into music? I just think it's such a unique story.
Yeah, for sure. I grew up with a really bad stutter. And it led to me going to speech therapy for years. And it was to the point where in front of my peers doing class projects, that kind of stuff, I would get so anxious and nervous and to the point where I would just have a really hard time being up in front of people. And one of the first techniques that my speech therapist taught me was to like sing my phrases together, because it kind of helps out not to bring that stutter in. So that translated into music. I grew up with a very musical family. My dad played guitar, my mom was a vocalist, my older brother picked up the guitar, my grandma played piano. So I was always around music throughout my life. And then with playing hockey, there was a lot of like downtime and like, in between practices and games, and led me to just naturally want to pick up, the guitar and learn how to play, and started posting Instagram covers probably my first year uni, like 8 years ago, and just kept kind of writing and growing. And then, here we are today. So it's been a crazy journey. We've been putting out music for about 3 years, and just so grateful to be able to play shows like this and be here today.
Here's another emerging artist, Jade Hilton.
We are here with Jade Hilton at Boots and Hearts. How are you feeling before the Emerging Artist Showcase?
I'm really excited. Just had my sound check and trying to get all the butterflies out and just ready to have a good time.
I heard you sound checking and it sounded really good. I was like, I think that's her. I think we're going to talk to her soon.
Well, thank you.
What has been your strategy going into this showcase? How have you been preparing?
Yeah, well, we had our rehearsal, but I think a lot of it is just like mental prep, visualization. It's like I've had a very busy tour schedule, so it was like, you know, finding the balance of like not overdoing it because you still need to have a voice by the time you get here. So I think the real practice has been done throughout the year, just playing shows.
You've had a very interesting story getting into music. Can you talk about that journey of how you decided you wanted to do this?
Yeah, I mean, I always knew I wanted to do music.
Okay.
I just had tennis was the other thing that was going on, and I was good at both. I always say like being an athlete it's a young person's sport, especially in tennis. It is a very young person's sport. So I had all these opportunities coming up for me, you know, to go down to the States, play on the scholarship team, and I just couldn't say no to that, you know, pay for school, and it was an amazing experience, and I knew I would come back to music more fully right after, and here I am.
Were you studying something about music, or was it just completely different?
I studied journalism as my major, and then I was minoring in music, so that let me have free singing lessons, which was nice, and I was in all the university choirs. So honestly, I was working on music the whole time.
Yeah, and journalism is a great tool to have too.
Absolutely.
So what do you do about that? Let's talk about your music. What was the last song you just had that came out in May?
That was Dive Bar.
And what can you tell us about that song? Because I think that's the song you were sound checking with, and it sounded very good.
Oh, thank you. Well, it was inspired by a writing trip down to Nashville, my first writing trip to Nashville. And I was just, the first night I went out to town, and I was like, let's experience this whole thing. I did the line dancing and the neon lights, and there was a dive bar next door called The Underdog. So I walked in there, and so divey, so awesome. And it got super magical when Casey Musgraves walked in. And she was like really nice. She got up on the stage and she was singing with everyone, and Casey loves the dive bar. So I got to thinking it could be like a 5-star like Casey Musgraves, but still have that dive bar personality, that dive bar kind heart.
Yeah.
Just always have that.
I love that. There is not a lot of Asian representation in country music. Not in Canada and not in general. Do you feel like excited to be that representation?
Yeah, I'm so pumped.
Yeah?
Because there aren't many of us, and not a lot of Asians that listen to country either, but there are some, and I'm starting to find them as I do more of these shows and posting on TikTok. Like the other day I had some girl who's like, Jade, like you're such an inspiration to us Chinese Canadian girls who always wanted to do country, but like we don't see that. Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, it's a thing, and I'm, you know, it's awesome. I'm really excited.
Do you feel like your culture at all shapes like your songwriting and the way that you approach music in general?
I think from like the grit and like the hardworking aspect, like my grandparents immigrated here with nothing, and I think they instilled those values into like my mom, who instilled it into me. It's like always just like grind and like hustle. Yes. I almost find in like Asian culture it might go like a little too much, where it's like people burn out, but I think you do need to work hard towards your dreams, right? So
yeah. Well, I wish you luck tonight. I hope it goes well, and we're excited to see you, and thanks for talking to us.
Thanks, Lily.
Here's our life-saving chat with Kelsey Main. How'd your show go?
Oh my gosh, that was so fun. I want to do it again. The audience was phenomenal.
What are some of your rituals before going on stage? Do you have any?
You know what I'm kind of known for is shots and squats.
Ooh,
so,
shots and squats. Please explain.
I'm big on on fitness and like squatting, and so we'll do like a shot with a band, like whiskey or something, and then we'll do a squat. So
oh my God, we should have just done this whole interview as like squats. Actually, I say that now, and I'd regret that immediately. So today, for everyone who's not here, it's hot.
Very hot, yeah.
What is the strategy when you're going onto a stage when it's this freaking hot?
You know what? I'm actually really good with heat. I will take heat any day over the cold. I am constantly cold, so I will never complain about the warmth.
I didn't hear a word you said. Don't panic.
Oh, what was that? A
there
spider?
There was a spider crawling on you.
You're the best. Oh my gosh, I hate spiders so much. Thank you so much.
I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't want to alarm you.
Oh my gosh, you saved me. Logan, thank you.
So what did you say?
Oh God.
The heat, it's hot, you know?
Yeah?
I'm dying right now.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It wouldn't be a festival in the summer in Canada.
Well, you saved me and you're dying at the same time. How does that work?
I'm a giver, you know? Give and I give. So you've had a lot of new music this year. You've had All or Nothing.
Yes.
Breaking Bad, which went in the top 50. Congrats.
Thank you.
And your new song, Georgia Off My Mind, is what I want to talk about.
Yeah? Okay.
It came out pretty recently.
Yeah.
Really cool vibe. Tell me all about it.
So I grew up I'm from Windsor, Ontario, so I grew up with Detroit radio, so a lot of like hip hop, R&B, Motown, that influence. And so I always wanted to write a song that kind of combined all of those flavors into country music, and I finally feel like I was able to accomplish it with this one. So it's kind of like a guilty pleasure song. It's part of my comeback story. So it was based on a true story. I had someone from Georgia who broke my heart. I couldn't get him off my mind, and so it's very true to my personal life, but it's kind of turning my lemons into lemonade, and I wanted to make it a banger, and I feel like I accomplished that, so I'm really happy.
It's a badass song.
Thank you.
You were telling me that you have some new music coming out soon?
I do.
What can you tell me about that?
So it's a song called Someone Who Knows, and I took it to a few different writes, and it was an idea that I've learned from my lessons this year. Actually, August 9th serves a pretty big significance in my life today.
That's today, right?
That is today. Yeah. Last year, August 9th was supposed to be my wedding date, and then I found out some things and I called it off a few months before that. So this is kind of like my comeback story today, and it feels really good to be here. Someone Who Knows is a song about all the life lessons that I've experienced over this past year, and I feel like I needed to write it on my own anyways. It was kind of just something that was on my chest that I needed to get out. It's been I've learned so much about myself and my strength and just moving on and just determination and what you really want in your life. And I feel like I've finally been able to find my own feet as an artist and as a person, and to kind of have that all combined into one just makes me really happy. So I'm in a good place, and I'm so grateful I think everything happens for a reason.
Owen Riegling joined us for a little game thanks to our friends at Northern Bronco. And if you want to watch us do this game, head over to our socials. Welcome back to Boots and Arts.
Thank you, man. It feels good to be back.
Right now we're going to be enemies.
Okay.
We're against each other in a little game of trivia.
Let's battle.
Yeah, it's Canadian trivia. I don't know any of these questions. They could be hard, they could be easy.
You're telling me you haven't done this with like 10 other artists already?
Legitimately not.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So when you think you know the answer, you grab the hat.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, okay. I like that.
So we're fighting it out.
Okay. What leaf is on the Canadian flag?
Maple leaf.
Okay.
Duh.
This kid, he's got
Come on.
quick reaction
I'm really competitive.
Which sport is Canada's national winter?
Hockey?
I gave that to you.
Yeah, you didn't even move. Thank you. I kind of like...
I was ready for lacrosse, and then she said winter, and I was like, uh-oh.
What is the capital of Canada?
My hometown, Ottawa. There we go.
Can we slow-mo that? Like, I was so confident. I did the full follow-through, and it was just like... And I even grabbed it like I had it.
Damn, bro.
Oh my gosh, slow that down.
Canadian pop star sang Sorry.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Let's go. I'm just going to grab the hat every time.
And hope you know it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wait. What happens if you grab the hat and you don't know it? Then they get a point? Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Which animal is on the nickel?
Oh, no. The nickel. Beaver. Beaver? Okay.
I didn't necessarily know that one.
I grabbed it and hoped for the best.
Yeah. Which ocean is on Canada's west coast?
Pacific.
I was gonna say Atlantic.
Hey.
Which Canadian city is home to the CN Tower?
Toronto. CN Tower.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, too bad. You lost that
I
one.
feel like we're tied though right now. You might be up one.
And what is it? Okay, I don't like that one. Which sport is Canada's national summer sport?
I don't know.
Lacrosse? Okay.
Okay. You said that earlier. I should
know. I know.
Do I have a bug on me? No, I think we're good. Sorry.
Is this like a spider tree?
It might be.
That was all the questions.
All right.
Well,
good game, man.
I'm gonna say I won.
You definitely won. You beat me by 2.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all right. I tried.
Just quickly before we go.
Yeah.
What's been going on? It's been a while since we've had new music.
Yes, it has, man. It's been like 9 months, which is way too long. That's almost a whole year.
Yeah.
But it's for good reason. I promise. New song or songs potentially coming out before the end of this year, and exciting announcements and stuff that I've been working on. So that's cryptic, and that
is pretty cryptic. Yeah. What's it like coming back home?
Man, I love Boots and Hearts. It really does feel like home. This is like the festival that gave me so much opportunity, and it's just like so good to be back here.
Here's another emerging artist, Sean Michael Ryan. So you were part of the Emerging Artist Showcase.
That's right.
What was that moment when you got that email or that call that you were part of the showcase?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I was in my emails when it popped up, and I saw the title, Emerging Artist, and with so many festivals going on, you forget which ones you applied for, and open it up, and I shed a tear. I was so excited to be a part of it, and so grateful to be here.
Hey, where are you from?
So I'm from small town New Brunswick. The town is Salisbury. There's probably like 3,000 people there.
So this is a huge deal.
Yeah, this is a big deal. Nerves down. It's I think before any show you have the nerves. If you didn't, there'd be something wrong. But this one was even bigger. So just deep breaths, knowing that I'm up there with my band, who's like a family to me, and just bringing our A game.
Nice.
Yeah.
When you walked out on stage, what was that moment when you looked at the audience? Because it's a pretty big audience.
Yeah, we did have a good crowd. When you're up there and you see everybody coming out to see it, it's just, you feel so grateful, so blessed. But yeah, it's the nerves again. But just super excited when I got out there, and wanted to share that energy with everybody out in the crowd.
Right on.
Yeah.
What's a Sean Michael Ryan show?
It is high energy. Like I said, my bandmates are like family. I've been playing with them since we were kids. So we know the stage well together. One part of the show in particular that we absolutely love is at the end. We do something called a hammer shot. Well, I do. I'm a carpenter by trade. After a job's finished, we have a little tradition where we crack a beer with a hammer out of our tool belt. So I've implemented that into my show.
That's intense.
Yeah, so on the last hit of the cymbals, I hit my beer and it basically explodes, and then I shotgun.
Where does the hammer, are you just carrying a hammer with you all the time?
So my manager, Nick, actually replaces my guitar with the tool belt. I put it on, and yeah.
That's a big job.
It's a very big job for Nick, yeah.
So you smash a beer.
I crack open the bottom of the can, whatever he brings me. Sometimes they're bigger than they should be, and it's tough to,
that sounds like a fun game.
To drink it all, yeah.
Do you ever surprise him with something weird? A can of Clamato juice.
Well, don't give him any ideas. I mean, you can imagine it just kind of, in the moment, it's just something really exciting, and it's a great way to finish off the show and cool down a little bit too.
What's the biggest takeaway that you've had from this weekend so far?
That there's so many great artists out there. To be among those 8, and I gotta be honest, I know there's so many great musicians across this country, and you don't always hear of them, and to be in under that stage with all of them and see how great they are, and I don't know, it's humbling to be a part of that. I think I like every experience of my life, I just walk away super grateful for every opportunity, and this one was just really special.
Here's Tyler Joe Miller.
How does it feel to be back?
It feels awesome to be back.
Yeah?
It kind of feels like home. When I started doing music, I was like playing for other people. And I remember playing the Front Porch stage in the Emerging Artist competition for another artist. Like I was like just a backup guitarist and backup singer. So that was like 2016. It was like one of the first like festivals that I ever played. So it feels like home.
And you're playing at the Kickoff Fest, which is one of the funnest nights because it's the first night. So everyone's excited and they're happy and they're
not hungover.
Probably not, you never know. So
hopefully.
What do you do in your set to really keep the party going? Because I've seen your set before and it's always a lot of fun.
We try to keep it fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we got some songs that are a bit more serious and, a bit more emotion stuff in them. But even when we do that, we try to bring the party, right back up to where it should be. And we just try to keep the energy up, and beer helps.
Yeah, beer helps. Let's talk about the new song that's going to come out at the end of August, Good Run. I got to listen to it, and something I love about your music is that sometimes you talk about really sad things, but it doesn't feel sad because the song is kind of upbeat.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
Yeah, I think there's a cool balance where, like, lyrics don't exactly match, like, the music.
Yeah.
And I think there's a really cool thing about that. And I actually I didn't write Good Run, but it's got that thing in it that, like, it's nostalgic. It's talking about kind of sad things, but, it comes from, like, a place of, like, being content with where you ended up sort of thing. And
I
it's just kind of like looking back on good memories.
Yeah. You're up for 3 CCMA nominations.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Nuts.
How do you feel about that?
It's so cool every single year. You know, I say every single year. I've been doing it for like 5, I think now. But like, I'm amazed every single time that, you know, people are putting my name down and voting for me. And yeah, you know, those 3 categories too are huge to me, and feel pretty special. And it's even more special that it's in BC.
Yes.
Where I live, so I get to drive to it, which is awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a 3-hour drive for me.
Okay.
And yeah, so it'll be good. Pull up in my truck and, you know, not have to go to an airport this time.
Oh yeah, it'll be my first time in BC, so
Really?
I'm really excited.
Oh, you're going to a good spot in BC for
Are
it.
we?
So yeah.
I'm really excited. We're going to a bunch of different places, but Kelowna will be the last stop of the trip. So
Yeah. Amazing.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
You've had the opportunity to play shows all around Canada. Is there a specific city that stands out as one that's always just a little more fun?
Oh man, that's tough. Especially a city like Edmonton and Calgary are always super fun to play in. Provinces, I would say Nova Scotia.
Everyone
is
loves
like,
the East Coast.
Yeah, they're honestly like such great fans, and like they're just stoked that people are coming and playing over there, and like their culture on the East Coast is so driven from like by music, and yeah, they love it over there, and they're just like the best fans.
And finally, here's our conversation with the winners of this year's Emerging Artist Showcase, Schoolhouse. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Do 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 do. Is this your first time at Boots and Arts?
It's our very first time. We've never even attended or anything, so we're really getting the full.
This showcase has skyrocketed a number of careers. What was that moment when you got the phone call of, do you want to be part of the showcase?
It's crazy. To make the top 8 out of, you know, all the applicants, that was just like a huge success for us and a huge point of excitement. And we couldn't really believe it. We heard about it and we said, okay, let's give it a shot, as you do. And came here on Thursday and everything was great. Just everyone was super nice to us, and we did our thing, and we were lucky enough to be selected as the finalists. So we were super pumped for that.
When you walked out on the stage the first time to perform, what were you expecting and what was the reality?
Yeah, another funny thing about finding out getting the call for Boots was that we didn't really know what the actual, like, what it entailed, like getting into the showcase. We're like, wait, so what do we have to do? We gotta like go there, play. And then so once we found out, then it was like really cool. Like it was really exciting. But yeah, getting on stage, that was awesome. Like one of the bigger stages we've ever played, for sure.
Spoiler alert, the next stage you're playing today is even bigger.
Even bigger. You know what was also crazy was that the other artists were like so talented. Like watching them, we watched them all. We were like second last, so we just had to watch all these great artists and great bands go up there. And it was like oh, really intimidating, you know. But
it's just, we're just happy to be here.
Yeah, exactly. We had fun up there. It was great. As soon as we started, like the nerves dissipated and we just had fun, and it went by in the blink of an eye. But it was a great time.
What sets Schoolhouse apart?
I think right off the bat, like our harmonies. That's what we pride ourselves on a big time, and we each take turns singing, you know, singing lead, and we just have a lot of fun. We're just big group of buddies.
Yeah, I think like the buddies part, like the band of friends, really. We all known each other for years. We know each other really well. So I think that like comes across on stage, and we can definitely hear it from people giving us feedback that it just does look like we're having a good time. And, you know, hopefully that translates to the audience also having a good time.
Yeah, your sound is a little different than what we typically hear in country.
We like to say that our sound was born around a campfire, and a big part of our sound is just acoustic guitar, banjo, and harmonica. Just easy instruments to join in, and yeah, the harmony is like a big part of what we do.
So you're about to hit one of the biggest stages in Canada. Not to make you nervous or anything, but how you feeling?
I think we're feeling good. I think we all had dreams about it last night. We're playing with another legend, Loa Lawson. And I actually woke up with a song in my head. I'm like, God damn, that's a good song. And yeah, obviously a lot of anticipation for the big show tonight, but I think we're feeling ready, and you know, we just got to do our thing and have fun like we always do, and we'll do great.
From Thursday to Sunday to wait that amount of time, it's like a roller coaster of emotions. Like it just kind of hits you like a wave.
It's a little cruel.
Yeah. Honestly, a little bit, but it just makes you excited. Like you turn the corner eventually. You just get purely excited to play in front of a bunch of people and play some music.
I would say definitely nerve-wracking. Super nervous, but also super excited and really happy. Like honestly, like winning, whatever. It'd be cool to win, but also like Lowell's such a great artist too. So like it'd be great to see him win too. So we're just happy to be a part of it and happy to get to where we've gotten to so far.
Thanks for listening to another episode of On The Porch with Front Porch Music. We're so lucky to be able to chat with artists and make episodes like this one. If you like the podcast, remember to rate and review us, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. It's the easiest way to support the show. Remember to check out frontporchmusic.ca to keep up with new music releases, exclusive artist interviews, and more. We'll catch you again on The Porch in a couple of weeks. On The Porch is hosted by Logan Miller and Jenna Weiser, and produced and edited by Jason Saunders. That's me. Our theme song was written, produced, and performed by Owen Riegling.